Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, first of all, let's thank God that He has given us His mercy and bless until Canada is having place and time. So, salam peace be with Him for Prophet Muhammad. They saying Allahumma sholli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in this occasion, I would like to explain. I would like to tell you about reporting and developing research. Okay, in these sections, I will tell you about how to make a report, how to evaluate the research. The first thing that you have to know, what is research report? So, what is research report? Do you know, guys? No? Okay, if you don't know, I will tell you what is research report. A research report is a complete study that reports an investigation or regulations, explorations of a problem, identifies questions to be addressed, and includes data collected, analyzed, and interpreted by the researcher. So, research reports that include and consist a lot of information there. So, in the research reports, they will be presented in written form or oral form. Okay, that is about research report. And then you have to know that the audience for your report. The first one is determine the acceptable standards. It means that you have to know that the standard that you use. The first one standard that you use in the major or in your program, and then standards that you use in your faculty, and also the standards that you use in your college. And also that you can see the next sessions. The next session is look in journals to learn the criteria required for submitting article. This means that you have to spread the standard for publish the article, the publish of your research paper, maybe in your quantitative or qualitative research. And then look at the literature for specific standard. It means that you have to clarity and brevity to take your idea into your research report. And then check with the school to determine specific standards for a thesis or dissertation. It means that you have to know the standards that's used for the school that you've taken the data. And then that's all about the audiences for your report that you have to know. And then you have to know also about the types of research reports. The first is dissertation and thesis. What is dissertation and thesis? Dissertation and thesis are doctoral and master research reports that will be sent to the committee of graduates or faculty. That is dissertation and thesis. And then dissertation and thesis proposal. This is a brief of research paper, so like a plan of research paper. And then journal article. Journal article is the shorter research paper. It will be sent to an editor of journal. And it is journal articles. And then conference paper. Conference paper, it means that a research report that will be presented to audience at a conference. That is conference papers. And then conference paper for paper proposal, it means that a brief research paper is studied at a conference. And then reports, the last is reports for policy makers and school. Okay, this type of research reports is especially for education. And then not only that, you have to know about you have to learn how to structure research reports. Okay, the first one, the APA heading style. For me, better use APA for the heading style because we know that APA we use international APA heading style. And then the 6 steps in the research process. The 6 steps in the research process, whether qualitative research or quantitative research, will be will be contain the research problem and then research designs and also hypothesis and research analysis. And then the research question for hypothesis that will be asking and answering. And then the last, the structure or different types of inputs. Okay, we have to know that the structures for different types. For example, the structure for what is the structure of the qualitative research and what is the type, the structure of quantitative. So I will show you. This is the differences between structure of quantitative and qualitative proposal. And in quantitative format, it consists of title page, abstract, introductions, review of literature, methods, timeline, budgets and preliminary, chapter online, references, and also evidences. But the qualitative format in here, they include title page, abstract, introduction, procedure, preliminary finding, anticipated outcomes, and tentative literary review, summary budgets, and preliminary chapter online, references, and evidence. These are the differences for the structure of quantitative and qualitative proposal. And then, you also know, you have to be able to know the various structure of qualitative study. For example, scientific model. Scientific model is look like similar like a quantitative research. That is scientific model. And the storytelling model. Storytelling model is like metaphor, plot, and the others. And then thematic model. Thematic model is like narrative designs. And then descriptive model is look like description something. It means that description like descriptions, place, descriptions, the person. And then theoretical model. Theoretical model, the authors or the writers will be use theory in the research. And then experimental model, it will be consist of like poetry, drama, storytelling. It is variation in structure of a qualitative study. And the next is how do you write your report in a sensitive and scholarly way. And then the first one is avoiding the meaning attitudes, including by bias assumptions and awkward construction that suggest bias because of gender, sexual orientation, racial or ethnic group, disability or age. It means that you have to need to make a specific for example, you have to for the person you have to know the age. You have to be clear for their age, and then for the sexual orientations and gender maybe. That is the first one. The second one is study example of non-discriminatory language constructions. It means that you have to call persons with depend their acknowledgements. That is for the second way. And the third way is be sensitive to levels for individuals or groups, call them with names that they use. Okay, and then this is about the names. Yeah, it will be we have to be specifically to interpret their own language. Okay, and then calculating the quality of research reports. Okay, this question is very important for you to make a good research report. The first one is that is mean publication standards, and then will it be useful in our school, and then will it add scholarly knowledge about a topic of research problem, and then will it add scholarly knowledge about a topic or research problem, will it help address some pressing educational problems. So this question is very important for you to evaluate your research report, to make a good research report. Okay, and then this one. for quantitative research study, it is the science of a for quantitative research study. So you have to be careful to make your research reports. You have to, if you want to analyze your research report, you have to be careful. So the first thing, the first science is like validity and reliability of data given procedures. The second is inappropriate research or problem in research designs, and then limitations of study not stated, and then the last one is inappropriate sampling. And it's also the science for a quantitative study. The first is result of analysis not clearly reported, inappropriate methods to analyze data, unclear writing, assumption not clearly stated, data gathering methods not clearly described. It's only a brief explanation about the science for quantitative research study. Okay, and then this also the science of a poor qualitative research study. The first one is weak links to philosophical ideas behind the research, and then lack of rigorous data analysis, and then lack of advocacy for the participants. So be careful with your research paper. Those are the signs of a poor qualitative research study. Okay, this is only what you call it, a brief pictures. You can see it on your book, in your book. It is the qualitative standard from Lokal 1995 in political criteria. Okay, the first one is standard set in equity, community, and then personality, community, and voice. Okay, different authors have a different idea. So I can explain about the author's idea because it is author's own idea. It's not my idea. I want to only show you the brief tables here. Okay, maybe you can see in your book. It is about the standard for Richardson 2000. Okay, whether this is research, qualitative research or quantitative research, this will be contained in your research report. The first one is research problem. I know that you know about what is research problem in S1. And then the literature review, and then the purpose statement and questions hypothesis, and then the data collections, and also the data analysis, and the last is the report writing. Okay, I think that is all about my presentation.